bullet tonight. Fumbles in or near their own territory.
Great hit. It might have been Steve Avina who came in with the shot.
They lost 4 yards.
2nd and 14. Rigg off play action, rolls left, steps up, fires the middle. Got Giancola 40. It's a foot race. Robert to the 25, to the 20. Tries to throw the straight arm, and Yanders gets him out of bounds at the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
Nice play, and as they set it up across the middle, John.
Across the green, they call that. Going against the green, Giancola, number 40, their leading receiver, and this must put him about 90 yards now. Joe, look at him carrying that ball out. You can tell he's a basketball player. Probably doesn't need to get fancy with that one. As big as he is, he ought to probably drop the shoulder and try to run over that guy, but certainly puts him in scoring position again.
1st and 10. Well, it's 1st and goal inside the 10. Rigg sets his team. New ball carrier in the ball game, and stopped after a gain of a yard as the new running back, number 3, George Ruiz. So Ruiz gets a yard and a half maybe to the 8. It'll be 2nd down and goal, Whiting.
This is a tough part of the field for the Whiting offense. They tend to be a little more wide open. They need a little more field. Kind of like Purdue, you know, Joe Tiller doesn't like his red zone production, Joe. Jeff Kane needs some red zone production right here.
2nd and goal from the 8. 3 on the play clock. Rigg looks left, steps up, is going to be hit and go down.
Big sack.
I don't know if you can blame the offensive line that time. He had some time. He's got to get rid of the football.
He really does. He's got to
throw it in the end zone, throw it away.
Actually, I think Jeff Kane would tell him that you ought to have your mind made up who you're going to throw it to when you get their defense. When you get a look, you get what they call a pre-snap read. And the coaches will tell you, hey, you ought to know where you're going with that ball. There shouldn't be any, but I think the Clark defense is playing pretty well back there. They brought the big guy out that has been playing at fullback and going with the speed group now. Got them spread all over the field, receivers.
3rd down and goal from the 8. Rigg back to throw, fires the left side, almost picked off, underthrown, incomplete.
Boy, not even close. Not even close. Well, let's see if we're going to go for the field goal here. Looks like it. Whiting will go for the lead here with a field goal attempt. Ball will be spotted just outside the 20, Joe, making it about a 30-yard field goal. Not unreasonably long for a good high school kicker.
Santos drives it through the uprights. Wow.
He had 10 yards to spare.
Wow. Where did that one come from?
I don't know.
I don't think he attempted the extra point.
No, I don't believe so. That didn't look like that first guy. That was a thunderfoot.
Sabo Santos, a 6'1" junior.
Santos. Bet he plays a lot of soccer in the summertime.
With a line drive.
Boom. Right through.
So the 3 points gives Whiting the lead at 10-7.
In a fast-moving game like this, 3 points can be a pretty big lead.
Some of the folks up here in the press box were telling us they were watching the Whiting and Clark fans throwing stuff at each other at halftime.
Yeah, I had a little extracurricular activity down here. Neighborhood disagreement.
Need to thank Whiting principal Dirk Flick as well for his
Dirk Flick,
great help.
Paul Laub. I need to thank Mr. Jim Buckley, Joe, on the Whiting School Board here as a former coach here at Whiting. Gave me an excellent record book. When they dedicated this new stadium here in '93, they put all the Whiting records together. Here we go with a Clark return.
20, there's a good block. 25 outside to the 30, and driven down at the 33-yard line. Mike Navejas tackled there. I think Santos might have got him out of bounds, the kicker. 1st down and 10.
Yeah, we'll see if Clark can answer here.
First down and 10. Clark. Whiting a player light.
I was just going to say they had a 3-man front instead of a 4-man front there.
Here's the pitch.
There's your toss sweep, Joe.
Long tried to get out there and get a block, and Grenchik takes it to the 38-yard line.
Sometimes that's a very good place to run that sweep into the sideline. If a team is playing the wide side of the field, a lot of power teams like to run off tackle and sweep into the sideline away from a rotated secondary. That didn't look like much of a play, Joe, but it gained a solid 4 yards.
Boy, a lot of noise coming out of the bleachers.
Yeah, and it may not all have to do with the football game.
Second down and 6. Out of the wishbone this time. Long rolls left. Fires downfield. Got a man open. Got the catch. In Whiting territory at the 30-yard line. Man, what a throw by Pat Long to the 30.
And it looked like Giancola had to knock him out there. That nice throw. You're Joey, a talent scout, Joe. You said that guy looked good warming up, throwing the ball. Here
Joey Cantor on the reception.
Counter.
He was throwing good, John. It's to see.
There's cocks that shoulder. Nothing wrong with that throw.
There wasn't a lot of receivers catching the football.
Boy, nice throw. Giancola saved the day and shoved him out of bounds, and things are opening up in this game.
Joey Cantor on the reception. There's the handoff to Grenchik to the 27-yard line. There's some pushing and shoving going on. Usually the football game will be more entertaining when the two combatants don't really love each other that much.
That's true. Unless it's Wabash versus DePaul or one of those where they say the sidelights are better than the game.
Second and 7 coming up.
Got the Pullman train to Amtrak overnight to Washington, Joe. If you want to go see your congressman, you can catch a train right here in Whiting. Actually, you catch it in North Hammond, I think, but Mr. Buckley says they're going to put a bunch of trees over there so that people won't have to look at the trains. Big sack here.
Corralled for a loss. Back to the 29. It's going to be a loss of a couple.
I thought maybe we were going to lose you at halftime, Joe. You're watching that Empress casino boat sailing around out there on Lake Michigan. You had a little urge to go over there and turn a coin or two?
Always.
I guess the most successful boat in Indiana sails right out of here about a mile east of here, out of the Hammond Marina.
Third down and 9.
Third and 9. Big down for Clark.
Let's see if they go play action long. Nope. He's going to fire the middle. Got his man.
First down.
First down catch for Clark at the 17-yard line. Scott Grenchik. You see where so many times you see a quarterback get those happy feet.
Boy.
But Pat Long stepped up in the pocket and delivered the football. He was only 1 of 5 throwing in the first half for 20 yards and a touchdown.
Pat Long's a junior, 6 foot, 165. Young man that's showing promise, Joe, starting to grow into the position.
You know, there's something about a quarterback that wears number 40 you got to love.
Maybe that's it. That receiver on Whiting wears number 40. He's got the corner. You can run it, Pat.
Flag behind
there's a flag down.
Long spins down inside the 10 to the 7.
It's all going to come back. Referee, and when you throw that one, it's usually a hold. If we get a replay, we might see it because it occurred actually behind the ball, I think. Any infraction here.
Stand up and cheer here.
Yeah. Whatever. Here we go, Joe, on the replay. Fake. He's going to come out. He's got the corner.
I do not see it yet.
Whatever it was back here way behind the play, and I'm sure that Coach Mason, when he looks at that tomorrow, will say there was no reason for you to make that play. That you didn't have to block. The quarterback was already gone. It's like blocking behind the ball carrier, which is not very smart. Big penalty. Big drive killer. Probably takes him out of field goal range.
Saw the oil can there.
The oil can and the old Derrick right in the middle of the field. There's Long.
And
nice throw. All right.
Made.
Not bad.
At the 25-yard line.
Gonna have to get a little more in that, but he got a chunk of it.
Tom Gormley, who caught the touchdown on the catch. In the past, I think the oil can that we saw there has been the object of some of the Clark fans' desire.
It seems that way. And they tell me that Coach Ron Vrabel, the former basketball coach here, tells me there's going to be a substantial cleanup crew over here from Clark tomorrow, picking up all the residue in the Whiting Stadium. Now, what that's punishment for, I don't know.
Second and a bunch. There's a missed tackle now. The second man's going to make the sack at the 37-yard line.
And then 67 on the cleanup.
Kyle Priscalo was the second man who got the sack. Kyle Priscalo after the first miss by Raycroft.
Big play.
So now it's third and a bunch. 3rd and 30 coming up from the 35.
Well,
so the Whiting defense bowing its neck a little bit. 3rd and 30 from the bone. Long fakes the pitch, looking down the field. It's going to be knocked away and picked off. Let's see if he tries to take it away from Vrabel, but Vrabel on the interception at the 17-yard line. Vrabel on the interception at the 22. So Whiting gets the football back. They dodge a bullet here, John.
They sure did. Here's our replay. Ball a little underthrown. Bobble around, takes it.
I thought Yanders was going to try to rip it out of his hands.
He tried. Vrabel, trying to get away, actually turned into him with a football, almost lost it.
2:56 to go.
Nice play by that young man, Vrabel.
Now Whiting with the football back in a 3-point lead. Here's motion. Velez comes to the left side. Velez with an opening to the 20. Now another flag thrown in behind the play.
Another of many good open field tackles by the Clark defense. They spent some time teaching tackling at Clark this year.
Let's see, there's somebody with a hand on a Clark jersey. I don't know if that's it there.
I'm not sure what that flag was, but it's a hold. Another good tackle. Joe, we've seen more good tackles here in a half than we saw the whole game last week when we saw Highland and Griffith. Remember, they...
Why was it, John?
I'm not sure why that was. Just a bunch of grabbing and arm tackling, and it kind of infected both teams.
You've seen a lot more basic fundamental tackling, getting a shoulder into somebody here tonight.
Yeah.
Not a lot of hands on the jerseys tonight.
Yes,
We've got some shoulders being driven in.
This one's for real. There's a little trap.
Off.
Nice.
George Ruiz on his feet to the 25. Ruiz. He's close to a first down, so they got the penalty back and more.
That was a nice call. They'd been going outside and run all that motion. See if we could, I can't tell, I think that was a trap block. Here we come right up the middle.
Avina with a missed tackle for one
There's
of the
some of that grabbing at the ball instead of tackling. Gave him another 3 or 4 yards.
2nd and 3.
If you tackle hard and fundamentally with your head on the football, you will get fumbles. You don't have to grab at the football. There we go.
Rig to Ruiz.
Whoops.
Ruiz near the first down, should have it. Whiting would like to have a long drive, eat some clock.
They're down under the 2-minute warning in the 3rd quarter. First down.
First down, Whiting. From the 28-yard line, the Oilers have the football. 10-7. Osalbo Santos field goal has given Whiting the lead. Here's the handoff, Ruiz to the 30. Just a yard and a half there. Again, Rob Arredondo had 61 yards rushing in the first half, but has not returned to the ball game. And we don't have a report of his injury.
Well, he was the best ball carrier on the field in the first half.
2nd and 9. rig with the play clock down to 10. And the third quarter clock inside of 1 minute. Here's the draw. Ruiz with a nice block, 35. Nice cut, 40. 45 to the 50. DeMonte Enders, a touchdown saving tackle at
saved
the
him.
35-yard line of Clark. So big, beautiful cut by Ruiz to dodge a tackler. They got a stable here of running backs, huh?
Boy, I'll tell you, some of these guys, let's see if we got a nice block, a pulling lineman, kicked out the end.
Waited for his block.
Nice cut right there. Very nice cut. It's a good thing he had the angle on him. He saved the touchdown there, coming across.
I'll tell you what, those Portage fans make a lot of noise with the We Are Portage, but the Whiting fans are making some noise here on the home side.
Nice crowd here tonight.
1st and 10 Whiting from the 35 of Clark. Cook in motion. Here's the handoff again. Velez to the 25 to the 22-yard line. They found that play and they're sticking with it.
They found something they like. There we go. Yeah, there's that same kick-out block, number 51.
Brian Maloney leading the way that time. And after three,
that's a quarter.
Whiting players fired up as we go to the fourth quarter. Whiting 10, Clark 7. We'll come back with the fourth right after this on PBS 56.
School Game of the Week is made possible by
the Orthopedic, Pediatric, and Spine Institute, specializing in treating all aspects of children's orthopedic problems. Dr. Kacharsik, a fellowship-trained children's orthopedic surgeon, specializes in treating congenital birth deformities as well as scoliosis and children's fractures, with offices in Crown Point, Hobart, Dyer, and at the University of Chicago.
And by the financial support of viewers like you. The Channel 56 High School Game of the Week is made possible by
Paul Sir Pontiac, 6300 Broadway, Merrillville, Indiana. You're gonna love it at Paul Sir Pontiac. Who will lead your city in the next 4 years? Before you make that decision, make it a point to tune into Debate 99. Monday, October 18th, we will feature Jack Kemp and James Mitros, mayoral candidates from the city of Crown Point. Join us from 8 to 9 p.m. and hear the candidates' views on issues that affect you and your family. Debate 99, brought to you by the League of Women Voters and Channel 56, the other PBS station.
1st and 10. Whiting on the move on the ground. 1st and 10 Oilers. I think Ruiz back in the ball game, but not much there. There's a tackle and a half. It's thrown back. Oh, and an injured Clark Pioneer on the tackle. John LaFay made the stop.
John's going to have to stay down. He can't get up.
There's an interesting hat.
It's a colorful crowd up here tonight, Joe. You know, this substantial grandstand here at Ray Gallivan Field is pretty well filled up, Joe. It's a good crowd here tonight. Beautiful night. Everybody in Whiting can walk to the game.
Here we are, October 15th, and another gorgeous weather night. We do not want any part of bad weather next week.
No.
They're working on John down on the field. John LaFay, a 6', 230 senior. Well, the Hoosiers have won 2 ball games in a row, and Sunday at 11:30 on PBS 56, the Cam Cameron Show. IU, of course, though, John, suffered a huge blow to their defense with the season-ending injury to Adewale Agulia. And that's not easy for me to say 3 times, at least one. Or
he's a great
once.
football player. I can't pronounce it either, Joe, but he was also the inspirational leader of that defense, and they didn't have a great defense. They're getting a little bit better, but boy, that's a
there's
a big
an
blow.
understatement. They didn't have a great defense.
Well, I was trying to be kind, Joe.
There you go.
But no, the guy was an NFL, and I understand will still be an NFL draft choice.
Right, he should be fully recovered by the NFL draft.
Yeah, they something like that. If they get the medical report, they won't let that dissuade him. Half the guys in that league have had knee operations.
Sunday at 11:30 for the Cam Cameron Show. IU a 14.5 underdog tomorrow at Wisconsin. 2nd and 11. Rigg with the rush on. Kevin steps up. He's going to go down. Sacked.
Okay. There was a case where he really didn't have the time. We faulted him for not being decisive, Joe. He didn't have any chance there.
Russell Wilson with his 3rd sack of the night.
Yeah, 3rd at least. Maybe 3rd and a half. Here he comes. When you can't set your back foot, there he is right there. They're right in his face.
3rd down and 14.
Giancola was pretty well covered down in the right corner of the field.
3rd and 14. 10-7 Whiting. Motion is Vrabel to the near side. Rigg rolls right. Kevin got to step up and fire. Got Giancola, but he's tackled before the first down marker. Stopped at the 17, but do you give Santos another shot at a line drive field goal, or do you go for it here on 4th down?
I'll tell you, that thunderfoot kick he put through a while ago would reach it easily from there. Let's see what Coach Kane decides to do. It looks like a play has been sent in. I don't see any different personnel, so they're going to go for it. 4th and about 4.
Giancola was a little slow to get up, but he still remains in the game.
Yeah, he's took a pretty good shot over there after he caught that ball, but he's all right. And they're going to roll the dice at 4th and 4.
4th and 4 from the Clark 17. Rigg looking that way for Giancola. He's double covered, got a man open at the 5, down to the 3-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. It was 86 Eric Wynn who made the catch. Eric Wynn crossing the middle, and he's not the biggest target at 5'7". Giancola was double covered, John.
He really was. They're all over him. Nice play, nice throw. They're knocking on the door, literally inside the 3.
Mike Navejas on the stop. 1st and goal, Oilers. Here's the handoff. Ruiz hit. Nice tackle right at the line of scrimmage.
A yard at the most.
Eric Chavarria came up to make the hit.
Chavarria we haven't talked about much, Joe. He's been a real solid linebacker. They're showing just about no gain. It's still maybe a yard to the 2. If there were a line, it would be the 2. 2nd down and goal.
Rigg with the count. Velez in the end zone for the touchdown. Robert Velez, a 2-yard touchdown run, and Whiting extends the lead to 16-7.
A well-executed drive. Let's give Mixer Riggs a little. There's that famous oil can, the Whiting Oilers. Played football here in 1921, so they've been at it for about, 78 years?
High snap. Wynn got it down, and it's good. I'll tell you what, we got a bad angle, John.
Yeah, they've been hooking it inside that far goalpost. The wind is blowing from the south, and I guess was blowing it over that way.
There's Velez with the touchdown. The big 4th down pass to Wynn set it up. And Whiting extends it to a 10-point lead.
That's a big lead for Clark to overcome. They haven't shown a come-from-behind offense, but if they've got anything up their sleeve, with a little less than 9 minutes to go, they're going to have to start reaching back here.
And here he is, the Whiting version of the Portage superfan that leads the chant. Oh, he's cheating, though. He's got one of those megaphones,
Yeah,
John.
he's got an auto megaphone.
That guy in Portage has got some set of lungs.
Oh, yeah. There's no shortage of spirit up here in Whiting. You got to give him credit. Joe, we're at Ray P. Gallivan Field, and before there was class football here, Mr. Gallivan, Coach Gallivan, won 3 mythical state championships back in the 30s and 40s. I think his last one actually was in 1954. They've had great players here. Dr. Joe Kopsha played here, who played for the Chicago Bears, and you could go on and on. Great players from Whiting High School.
Oh, they've done some interesting things on the kickoff. That was a little pooch kick to the 25. Grenchek, 35.
Wow.
Grenchek still on his feet, and he fumbled and lost it. The Oilers might have it at the 43-yard line.
Acting like they do. Let's see.
The fight still goes on at the 43.
Yeah. Everybody says, yep.
Whiting on the football at the 43-yard line, so a great run back.
We had an excellent run back. Grenchik was running right at him. No lack of spirit, no lack of fight. Right up the middle, nothing but a hard contact fumble. He had the ball tucked away.
Fran Raycroft on the strip. Whiting's got it back, and now they will try to kill the clock. Cook late coming on the field.
Special prices at the concession stand now. Hot dogs and nachos, both 50 cents.
Special prices. Hey, John, we got to get somebody to run the concession stand for us.
There you go.
Here's the handoff. Velez and a flag down.
Flag
and
down.
Velez down at the 41-yard line. 17-7. I'll tell you what, we talked about the great fans at Portage. We talked about the great fans at Lowell when we were down there, and there are some great fans here at Whiting, John. I mean, they were state title contenders the last 2 years, and that great class has moved on.
Yep.
What would you expect from this Whiting football team this year? That they are 4-4 in a 3 or 4A league.
Right.
They're looking to go 5-4 tonight, and as you said, next week they're going to drop down to 1A.
They're going to drop in there and find out that they're pretty tough at that 1A level. That's one thing about being in this conference. They're the only single A in the league, but it sure toughens them up for playoff.
We got some more great emails today. You can visit us online at www.wyin.org. You can look at the sectional pairings at Mark's Picks. Here's the handoff. Velez, who just scored the touchdown a moment ago, to the 43-yard line.
They found something they like in that trap play, Joe. They've been going to it time and again.
Mark's Picks, the Renegade poll. Visit 56 Sports online at www.wyin.org. A lot of great information there, I'll tell you what. Second and 10. Ruiz in motion to the far side. Here's the handoff. Velez is wrapped up. Well, it might have been a cramp, I think, for 76.
That missed.
John Lofe might have been a cramp a moment ago because he was ready and he was there and he made the hit.
Big John was 230 pounds, a senior tackle. John Lofe. Clark is not a small football team up front.
No.
2 good-sized linebackers, tough defense. They play that 50 look with that, I think they call it a tilt tackle, Joe, that guy in the middle. If you look at that nose guard right over the ball, you'll see that he'll line up, and now watch him. He'll take an angle. Right now he's playing it pretty straight. There he goes, straight away this time.
Rigg rolling left, over the middle, good catch.
There it is.
Win again.
Both quarterbacks are playing well tonight. Rigg is getting better and better as the game goes.
Sure is. Had some time that time and delivered the football.
Yep.
Win with a nice catch.
So running to his left, a difficult thing for a right-handed quarterback to do, and he's doing it well.
There are some of the picks that you'll see at our website, Mark's Picks, each and every week, and his records. Gary, I think East Chicago had an early lead on West Side tonight. Let's see, how did he pick this one?
Well, he missed that last one, that Lowell Andrean already.
Yeah, Lowell was leading in that ball game.
There's a big turnaround there. Portage LaPorte, that's a tough one.
Right. It was a tough week. Mark was having his problems coming to grips with what was the predictions. There's a lot of there's a lot of close-looking games out there tonight.
Joe, let's tell our listeners: does Mark really, use the incense and the whole thing when he does this? I mean, how does he get in this mode, this zone that he has to?
I don't know.
Sets down with his legs crossed with some kind of a.
He hit the Lowell KV game right on the money a few weeks ago. Missed the Griffith East Chicago game by about a point on each side.
Guy's got something. Oops.
Fourth.
I
They
don't
come
think
up and
that's
try to
sneaky.
push Rig forward, and with that second effort
Well,
from behind may have
I was
helped.
just going to say, the only thing is the ref